these very podcasty videos, I'm basically just playing until I hit Triumvirate. If I hit Triumvirate, then that's fine, whatever. I would like to experience also the dino roll image recording. I've been playing, as you can see. I have a high score of 128, which I scored with friends. But I'm mainly recording this now just so I don't have to later, and I can do TTYD tomorrow when I would usually record a recording. But yeah, that's the issue with the audio blips explained. Or what I'm trying to do to make it stop happening. Obviously, I can't say, hey, this is perfect. I can't say, oh, this is gonna go fine, right? But what I can say is I'm trying out some fix, so that's okay. The next topic I want to talk about is the flopside pit, because that's another tech issue I've been having. Wondershare Filmora. Again, an issue I think with the exporting phase. Well, I know with the exporting phase this time. This was literally just obvious that it's with the exporting phase. It's you know, like the exporting phase is just. So I can show an example of it. Because, you know, I have the video still on my PC. An exported video still on my PC. I can show an example of it. The audio is so delayed from the video that it's legitimately unsavable, and it randomly syncs back up at the end of the first run of the flopside pit. They've waited for you, heroes. And I don't understand why this is. Like, it's just completely wrong until a specific cut happens. It's not even a cut. It's like a space where I start talking again. It syncs back up and it just doesn't think. So it's some kind of issue with the voiceover. Like, the export is confused for some reason over how the voiceovers that I've added in post works. That's what it's confused about. I'm not sure why, but that's the issue that I'm facing. It's just in the exporting phase, it doesn't sync up the audio, the game audio, literally just the game audio. It doesn't sync it up with the video, even though it's all attached to itself completely fine in the old you know what I mean. It's all completely fine in the what do you call it? It's all completely fine in the original recording, right? It's really annoying. It's really frustrated me. I'm going to try and start the edit again, just in case there's an issue with the save of the edit. So I'm starting the edit again once I've got the gold medal on this. But yeah, that's the flopside pit issue I've been having. It's really annoying me at this point, because I just want to finish SPM so I can focus on TTYD. I want to be able to talk about it without fear of experiencing a spoiler. You know, I just want these things, man. But yeah, I am looking at the wrong preview again. Why did everyone stop at the same time? That was crazy. Okay. Next topic, and this is a bit more solemn. I don't have topics topics planned, I'm just like, oh, I need to talk about these things. Because if I don't, I will absolutely drive myself insane. I've had a rough time recently. Like, it's just not. It's not in terms of like. I've not been wronged, is what I'm trying to say. I've not been wronged in any way. It's literally just my own issues, like a confidence issue, just an issue with myself that I'm having, purely through myself. Like, it's not. It's just a result of how I've lived for the last 2 years or so, 3 years actually, which is just, solitude. I've not spent a lot of time with other people. I live with people. They're my family. Don't really communicate with them a lot. Okay, I don't know. I was doing so good. On Big Run before I started recording, and now it's like everything's fallen apart a bit. X E. It's at least fine now, but I'm just going along, Anyway, yeah. Mental health's a bit low at the moment. Yay! We love that. We love it when that happens. But we keep going. We don't do anything. We let it simmer out. That's how I work. I just need to express it, which I've done twice now. Properly, formally, I've expressed it to friends that I've made in the last 6 months. That's a lot of progress in itself, by the way. So I should be happy with myself that I'm finally putting myself out there properly with people. Not content-wise. I've slowed down a bit. Content, which is in exchange for this, really. Slowing down on content has allowed me to become more friends, and it's made me a bit more. I think it's made me a bit more improved as a person. I think it's just given me it's given me more motivation, I guess. Like, I want to be better on YouTube because I have people backing me. I not necessarily don't want to disappoint. I don't think they'd be disappointed if I put out a bad video or so, or if I wasn't performing well. Because if they were, they wouldn't be very good friends. But to just encourage me, just the encouragement, having them at all, it's fantastic. To explain my kind of situation with why I don't really have it all. Oh yeah. Okay, I need to not get overexcited. To explain my positioning on, why I've kind of put myself in this position in the first place. It was entirely a trust issue with friends. It was partly a trust issue, I should say. I abandoned all of them because one of them was terrible. I think the one friend in particular was a little bit annoyed at me for not having the same feelings they did about me that I did about them. Because I think they'd figured out my attraction model, I suppose, and it kind of aligned similarly with theirs. So I think they made an advance on me at some point. This is in hindsight, by the way. They may not have, but hindsight is reading it like this, where I'm pretty sure there were 2 occasions in which he made an advance on me, and I didn't really reciprocate First of all, because I didn't even spot that it was a call for it, but also I wouldn't have accepted anyway. So, you know, cluelessness played a role in that, but, you know, and I think if I think if I had a clue and I just said no, I think he might have actually probably respected it. But, because I was clueless, I think that annoyed him, and so when he found out anything that he could use against me, he used it. Basically found out that I have black relatives and instantly became racist. So I'm not friends with him anymore, but also I'm not friends with the other people who were also friends with him. It was a weird situation where I felt like I don't know what it was exactly. I think I felt like they should have spoken out. But they were also, you know, at the time I decided to stop speaking to all of those people. I was like 16 years old, 17 years old, I guess. So, you know, like, very, very young, you know, I don't really know much better at that time. Feelings get complicated at that age, so of course I overreacted. It's just how things was, you know. But it's whatever. I'm content to. I have not seen this map in ages. It's been hours since I played on Umami. Wow. I think I'm content to not be around a lot of those people anymore. Not for the reason that I left them at all, but mostly just because our interests were not aligning as much anymore. Anyway, like, you know, I think we were drifting apart, and so I think I rushed the process of drifting apart, and kind of shut myself away. Was not of my best interest. I should have, you know, slowly distanced myself and became more friendlier with other people who wanted to become friends with me. That's another misstep. You know, that's my biggest regret, to be perfectly honest, is that I didn't. You know, I had other people who wanted to be friends with me, but I just avoided it because I thought I would be happy and fine in my forever, and I wasn't, of course. Again, silly teenager thoughts, but it's just how things happen. It's totally okay. I'm glad now that I can look back on it and kind of recognize my missteps and kind of charge forward now. And kind of pull myself back up. So that's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. I've made good friends through this game, thankfully. I finally decided to start speaking with people, you know, and not just using Twitter as a means of promoting myself and also screaming into a void. I don't know, I feel like I should probably delete my tweet history at a certain point. What else can I talk about? I still haven't seen a Triumvirate yet. Okay. Okay. No. I wish the OBS thing wasn't delayed, because my Elgato frame rate is really, really bad. It's like halved, actually. I think it's going at 30 frames a second, the preview. And it used to go at 60, and that's really annoying. It's capturing in 60, which is why it looks smoother for you guys, and why it looks smoother on my preview. But the preview is delayed, like it's behind. Like if I press the ZL button, like I just did, ZR button, like I just did, it triggers like half a second later. And obviously that's not what you want. The OBS preview is perfect. It's on time. Or it's on as much time as it takes normally, right? So I wish that was good. Let's talk about the rest of the season. Let's talk about that. The videos haven't finished coming out yet. I still have more seasonal videos to post. I think 2 more. The bamboos and the splatlings. I think that's it. I think that's the only other 2 that are left, besides this one, of course. But this one's going out. I'm going to start editing this as soon as I'm finished recording it, basically. Unless somebody wants me to jump in with them, because they might. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, yes, this season, I'm actually getting really into Wellstring. My initial, you can watch my initial thoughts on Wellstring, and that was that I didn't like it. I didn't like how slow it was. I thought it was a bit too slow for my fashion. And yeah, it is a bit slow. It's not something I'm going to be picking regularly. And it's not something I plan to 4-star, but I may just stumble into a 4-star by playing it whenever I feel like it. But I'm really enjoying using it now that I've gotten a bit more used to it. Because I've been 1-starring weapons. I'm still working on 1-starring all the weapons. And I'm getting a bit closer. I got closer with both Wellstrings. I got 1-star with both Wellstrings. But Wellstring is something I'm actually considering picking as like a side thing. I do this with some weapons. I do this with Splat Dualies and Splattershot primarily, and Splattershot Pro, and Jet Squelcher also, where I'll just pick them occasionally for fun because I feel like it. That's just something I'll do sometimes. I'll just pick them because I feel like doing that. And that's... I think Wellstring is another one of those choices now. Is basically what I'm saying. Just something I can pick every now and then, just because I feel like it. Just because I feel like playing, but I don't want to really try hard, you know. That sort of thing. So, you know, maybe somewhere down the line I end up 4-starring it as well. But I've not got my eyes set on it. What I've really enjoyed is, you know, I think previously I was too caught up on backlining with it. You don't want to backline with Wellstring, okay? A friend of mine is currently working on... Oh, well, I don't want to make promises, so I'm not going to say who it is, or that they are doing it for definite. They may end up not doing it, but the idea is in their mind that they want to do a Wellstring tutorial, and I think they're probably going to touch on that when they do that video, if and when they do that video. But to kind of iterate on it a little bit here, you don't want to backline as a Wellstring. You can, don't though. It's not optimal. You want to midline with it instead. You want to switch to and fro between backline. You want to, you know, if you're choosing a perch, for instance, right? Say you're on this map, right? Don't perch back here. You know, sometimes you do want to come out to the middle of the field. You know, that's okay sometimes. You kind of want to switch back and between backlining, you know. If midlining You don't want to frontline with Wellstring. But if midlining is not working out in any given moment, go to the backline, escape to the backline, retreat. There. That's how you want to backline, that's the backup option. You want a midline primarily, and you want to work on angling. That's really what you want to do. You want to work on getting into neat little angles that you can get to. That's what is really going to help you with Wellstring, is angles. Get the angles right and you're good at Wellstring. I've been getting good with angles on Wellstring. That's why I'm starting to enjoy it, is because I think I'm starting to get a more intrinsic understanding of how to angle with Wellstring. It's becoming the only stringer that I actually enjoy. In terms of decavitators, I am 4-starring both of them. I am at 3 stars with charcoal, I am 2 stars with mint, and I plan on finishing both of them to 4 stars at least. It is now a main of mine. I love the decavitators. It's not everything I could have wanted out of a Splatana, because I could have got the dualies that I really wanted. Splatana dualies would have been so cool. I'm a bit upset that we didn't get them. Still. But they haven't said it's the last update yet, so they could still end up doing it. I'm not gonna presume it. I know the data miners have found more weapons that didn't show up yet. Maybe still won't show up at all. You know, they could still show up at some point, and it could be a Splatana dually. I am not holding out hope. I'm holding out hope. I'm not denying the possibility, let's say that. I'm not going to deny the possibility that we could still get it. Because I think the idea has a lot of potential. I think these hidden weapons should be hybrids. I like hybrids. I think we could do with more hybrids, really. But it's not my game, really, to make a call on, is it? But back to decavitators. It is much of what I was hoping the Splatana class would be. If you go back to my Splatoon Direct reaction, I get so excited at the prospect of a katana in Splatoon. And then I went on to play it during the world premiere, and I enjoyed it. And then that was it. I didn't play any more of it. I haven't played much of Splatana since then. I've 1-starred all of the Splatanas at this point. And I did Turf War spam Splatana Deco, I admit. I did succumb to that at some point, because it was a good idea, okay? It was good for crusty Sean points, and it was also good for just leveling up. But it was good. It was good for turning my brain off. It's a bad weapon though. It sucks. I don't want to pick it again. But the excitement that I felt when I first saw the old Splatana in the Splatoon Direct, the excitement is back thanks to the decavitators. And hopefully, if in Splatoon 4 they start cutting out main weapons, which I hope they do, to be perfectly honest, I hope they do that. And I will go on to that next, as well as another topic of conversation. I hope that they start removing some of the weapons. I hope if they do that, that the decavitators come back. I hope that happens. I would like to see the decavitators to see another game, because I think they're fair. I also think Wellstring is fair, just while I'm talking about fairness. everybody's kind of annoyed at Wellstring for being AoE spammy, and everybody's using it that way. I think once people realise how to counter it, which I have realised how to counter it, it will be fine. Next subject is weapons that I would remove. Splatoon 4. Bloblobber is at the top of the list. I think that weapon is beyond saving. I think the weapon is bad because just how it works. I think because Nintendo is so adamant that having a good network shouldn't exist. I think because of that, it will never be good. Ah, I'm dead. I think because of that, Bloblobber can never work, but also the whole idea of the weapon just doesn't work in my opinion. I don't think Bloblobber is ultimately just AoE spam in a weird way. In a weird way, that's what it is. That's how it feels to use. That's how it feels to go against. Therefore, I don't think it should exist. I also think, by that logic, I don't think Clash Blast is particularly annoying to fight. But because of the nature of how it works, I think it should go. I think Tri-Slosher is another rare example of that. But I think there is room to fix that. I think you can fix how Tri-Slosher works. Simply by decreasing the range a bit. That's it. That's all it takes, I think, in my opinion, for it to be okay. Those are the only things that I really feel necessary to speak on. Anarchy. No, not Anarchy. Splattershot Nova. Splattershot Nova should have been something else. I think it can die. I think it can be replaced. And then Splattershot Junior. I don't think Splattershot Junior should go away completely. I think it should just be reworked so that it doesn't have that massive ink tank. There's no need. It doesn't need the extra ink tank. At all. There's no reason it should have that, to be perfectly honest. I know the Splat Bomb Rush challenge is coming up. It might be today. Hang on. No, it's not. It's on the 16th. Yeah. Splattershot Junior can throw 4 bombs on 1 tank in this challenge. 4. 4 of them. 4 of them. That's hell. Whoever thought of this challenge is a menace in general. Junior needs to go. Junior shouldn't get the downgrade. Shouldn't get the upgrade on. It shouldn't get the ink consumption buff. In this mode specifically, just for balancing reasons. Because having a Splat Bomb mode just feels like hell. In general, having Junior in that mode feels worse. Just be glad it's not a torpedo mode. That would fucking suck. That would be terrible. I hope that never happens. The other weapon I would remove, well, I'd remove one of them, is one of either Aerospray and Splooshomatic. I would personally get rid of Splooshomatic, just because it feels uninspired in how it's designed. It's literally just designed after the Splashomatic. Like, come on, we could have done better. I think if we just take the concept of Splooshomatic 7 and we instead give it to Splashomatic, and then we remove Splooshomatic from the game, we are fine. Splooshomatic and Aerospray are way too similar. Aerospray is at least unique in the way it looks, so I'm inclined to keep Aerospray and remove Sploosh. But the point is, Sploosh and Aerospray both usually get 3 kits each. What is the point of that? Both weapons shouldn't exist at the same time anyway. I would remove one of those weapons, and I would remove the Sploosh for the reason I stated. But what is the point of having 6, well, 4 at the moment, but in the world that we get, third kits? What on earth is the point of having 6 weapons where the main is basically the same thing? What's the point? Why do we have that? We don't need both Sploosh-O-Matic and Aerospray in the same game. Like, let's be completely honest. One final thing before I stop the recording. I got this. I got the Catboy thing. Hang on, I have a freshest fit. Yeah. I registered the wrong thing. Okay, hang on. I pressed register instead of what I was supposed to press, which was not register. It was switching to... God damn it. Where is it? Did I go past it? Okay, it's not been that long since I used... There it is. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Let me pick up X-Blast really quickly so that I can re-register the fit. You. I'll have to obviously put the abilities I want on that. But yeah, there we go. Fun. Oh, it's great. I do like that. It's such a cool outfit. Tell you what I want more of actually, just while I'm winding down a bit. The shirt. I like how it changes the shorts as well. Really cool idea. But yeah. I think we need more stuff like that. I think we need more outfits. More clothing, I guess. Yeah, clothing it's called in game. I wish we had more of them that also changed the shorts. Or just the trousers or the bottoms or whatever you want to call them. Just because, you know, I think it's worth having more of it. I think every single outfit that does that at the moment is locked behind some kind of reward scheme. Like the amiibos do that sometimes. Like this amiibo specifically does that as well. Look. Oh no, that one doesn't. It just overlays it. But this one does it. The shorts may still be on underneath it, but you can't see it, so... Yeah. I think we need more stuff like this, which changes the shorts up as well. Or even just more stuff that hangs down like that. God, I'd love to have more stuff like that. I wish we could design our own clothes, but obviously they can only go so far with that. In terms of like dev tools, but whatever. Anyway. What an underwhelming emote. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone specified. Hopefully this recording sounded okay and went okay. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, my dudes.